cupcakes? Yeah. They were so good.
Okay guys, let's get this meeting started.
Yeah.
The presentation's so close, we can't waste time.
Okay, but how are we going to talk about this topic?
How are we going to figure out to talk about periods?
You can't say that. There are going to be men there, boys, males. They don't know what this is about.
Guys, it's a natural bodily function that no one should be ashamed about.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
You know what? Isabel's right. We just have to walk up there confidently and know that some people might be a bit awkward about it, but that doesn't matter. What matters is our project. Education4Her. Education4Her is a project we've been working on for the past few months. Me, Anna, Zahara, Isabel, and Bianca.
We are working together to make a positive impact in women's lives, particularly the women in Uganda.
Towards helping them further their education, but you're probably wondering, what hinders their learning in the first place?
One word, periods. We know that all women have, had, or will have their periods, and we all know that there's a stigma around it. But can you imagine how much more hygiene it is in developing countries? Many Ugandan women and women worldwide don't even have access to proper menstrual supplies. Therefore, they can't go to school, as they will soil their clothing and therefore be ridiculed and even shunned upon.
So they stay away from the public, at home, resorting to horrible methods.
This sand you've seen on our beautiful beaches is substitute for a tampon for many women.
And this newspaper you get on your doorstep every day can be used as a pad in some places.
These unhygienic methods are only accessible at home, so they miss 1 week of school per month.
You may think, well, it's only 1 week of the month, but they start to fall behind. They missed 1 week, then 2, 3, soon they miss full months. And then they're so behind that most just drop out. Now they're not getting an education, they can't get a job, so what's left?
They resort to dangerous, potentially harmful jobs, earning close to nothing just to survive.
Such as the sex trade. What other options do these women have?
That's where ISEE Solutions comes in. ISEE Solutions is a non-profit organization run by Erica Van Oyen here in Kelowna.
ISEE stands for Investing in Sustainable Education and Empowerment. They work with women in Uganda to help make a healthy life for all. They mainly focus on education, but also do other projects such as Mama Nguvu, which supports mothers in need.
Once a month, a group of passionate people gather together to participate in sewing bees run by ISEE Solutions, where they help produce menstrual kits for Ugandan females.
This is a menstrual kit, also known as a sanitary kit. These kits are a drawstring bag containing 8 reusable flannel pads, 1 transport bag to hold the soiled pads, 2 shields, 2 pairs of panties, a bar of soap, and a washcloth.
There are many different stations when making these kits, such as measuring the fabric, snapping the buttons, and serging the fabric. These photos were taken at the 2020 January Sewing Bee, which our team attended. With the sewing bees alone, ISEE has created over 7,000 kits currently for Ugandan women.
Here, it costs approximately $144 yearly for a woman to buy disposable pads. One ISEE kit only costs $5.50 Canadian or 15,000 shillings, which is the Ugandan currency, and can last up to 3 years if properly maintained.
Now that you've heard about our NGO, you're probably wondering how Education4Her can contribute to ISEE Solutions and Uganda with $5,000.
Education4Her represents goal number 4, quality education, which in turn also affects and targets goal number 1, no poverty, goal number 3, good health and well-being, and goal number 5, gender equality.
With the $5,000, we would invest into the materials for the production of 200 kits, sewing equipment, as well as a building. This will become the business for 4 women in Uganda to create the kits themselves and sell them to make a profit and a source of income.
The workplace would be located in Lo-Kung-Nam-Mo district in the northern part of Uganda, a town heavily populated with refugees from South Sudan, mostly women and children.
We will make sure to find a secure building so the equipment will not be stolen. The rent will be approximately $50 a month, which is $600 yearly.
The materials would come from both Uganda and Canada, such as P-Well, which is acquired from Canada, which is used in diapers, and the material for the transport bags, which is Macintosh, will be found in Uganda. The sewing equipment we would invest in is sergers, cam snaps, and butterfly and finger treadle machines, which can also be used for personal use, such as tailoring.
To help them live a better quality life and provide for their families, as well as the females having access to the proper menstrual tools to continue their education. The production of the kits won't be the only source of income, but tailoring as well.
The women will be selected by ISEE Solutions and Grace Obong, a valued community member and resource person, as well as our contact there. ISEE will go through their regular criteria, such as looking for women who need the most economical help and who can actually maintain a business and fulfill their duties.
ISEE will teach the 4 women how to properly run the business, as well as give them a presentation about menstrual health. Then these 4 women will then go on and teach other females within their communities how to properly maintain their periods. And as education4Her grows, more girls will be in school full-time, there'll be more employment opportunities, and eventually, more females will receive a source of income.
ISEE, with the help of Grace, will implement the project. But at one of the sewing bees, we were asked if we would be going to Uganda with them. We have considered doing so, but either way, we will strongly be a part of the implementation.
The implementation timeline of education4Her. education4Her would first acquire $5,000. Then, ISEE's Ugandan project director, Andrew Eckel, will travel to Locum to meet up with Grace. And once Grace knows more about the project, she'll seek out a workplace and talk with members in the community. Erica will then travel to Uganda and meet up with both Grace and Andrew and see the project progression as well as inform us and look at the possible candidates. education4Her will hopefully be off the ground and running smoothly before the end of summer 2021. The budget. The cost for the production of 200 kits costs $2,722, and the cost for the workplace is $2,278, which equals exactly up to $5,000.
We do understand that there is a patriarchal bias in Uganda, where we're advocating for women to further their education, when many communities still heavily believe that men are more important than women.
This is one of the contributing factors as to why the women don't have the proper resources or affordability to care for their menstrual cycles.
Which is why we'll make sure we'll take extra precautions to make sure everyone involved and impacted will be consulted. But ISEE and Erica have been going to Uganda for years, and they have chosen an area where they're open to this. So everyone will be respected.
By building a business in this area, it will impact their hygiene, continuation of education, take many workers out of poverty, and keep a business alive. This will also reduce waste, which is a goal the Ugandan government has taken on.
But why are we working towards education? Our team believes that education is a fundamental sustainable goal that everyone must work towards.
We feel that education is important because the more people that are educated, the more people that can contribute to society and economy in a positive and meaningful way.
This project was not only about acquiring the money, but also about breaking the stigma about periods and spreading awareness. Raise your hand if you entered this theater unaware that this was an issue.
Take education away from a woman and you take away her voice, her options, her future.
At a young age, we were taught about this issue at a young age, as Erica was our elementary school teacher. But our middle school is still heavily involved, and we are constantly updated with this topic.
She taught us about many areas of the world, where, particularly Uganda, where many don't have access to basic resources.
As I said, at a young age, we were taught about how periods affect girls. But now that we do have our periods, we fully understand the emotional and psychological effects. And we wouldn't want to wish anyone to not have an opportunity to a better quality of life.
We have been raising awareness about this project since we were in grade 4, but now that we are older, we have taken on this project to make a bigger impact.
We have been participating in the Sewing Bees, and for our project, we went on an Easy Rock Radio and had an interview with Capital News, Daily Courier, and Lake Country Calendar. This has brought more attention, and one of the coolest connections was a few sewers in the UK who wanted to donate through ISEE Solutions. This has brought more awareness, but we're aiming for more.
We may be focusing on one sole country, but this is still a worldwide issue. Now, after hearing our presentation, we hope that you'll use the knowledge given to you today to go spread awareness, hopefully get involved, and to actually get others to address this as an actual issue.
This is why we are doing this project. Not just to give the women the education they need, but to give the women the education they deserve. We are Project Education4Her. Thank you.